So Jed is the Teflon Don of our time. Nothing for him in Mt. Gox, the SEC, Taco, Stellar, etc. DWP custodies XLM and nobody offers products for it. What's the real story and why shouldn't I own a lot? It's a good question. I'm torn on XLM. I won't talk about my religious viewpoint on here about XLM. I don't own any. It's not to say that I don't think it'll be very successful. We've talked with a lot of people that have implemented Hyperledger for peer-to-peer transactions and merchant services. I think that it's absolutely going to be a giant in that industry. Jed, to your point, has somehow evaded all of the bad things that have happened right after he's left, or not too long after he's left somewhere. So, you know, he was at Mt. Gox. They were hacked in 2014. He left in 2013 or 2012 to go to Ripple, an open coin, about 2 years before that happened. And then he was with them up until about 2016, 2017, and that's when he broke out and launched an exact replica of the XRPL with XLM. The difference there is, you know, the origin account hasn't been black holed like with the XRPL. So, you know, they could potentially mint more of it. I have things out there that say both ways. I don't know which one's true. It's hard to get a definitive answer on that. They did burn half the supply though, so what was originally 100 billion Stellar is now 50 billion Stellar. And he sold off all of his XRP, and he's really not overly involved with Stellar anymore. He's kind of moved on from there to a company called Vast. For those that don't know, they are commercializing space travel with building space stations for commercial use and other applications like, well, I can't talk about that, so sorry. Really cool stuff that they're going to be doing up there in space. Completely new economies. And he sold all of his XRP to invest in that company. So if you can imagine selling your XRP to invest in this company, how profitable he thinks this company is going to have to be in order to be able to justify, you know, that risk-adjusted return. So we actually, you know, through the mastermind, we had a deal that we put together and invested in that company in the only round they've done. Again, I have certain feelings about Jed, and some of the things that have followed behind him, but that doesn't mean that the things that he's participated in have been bad. They have all been very profitable. So, you know, again, I don't own any XLM personally. We absolutely custody it over there at DWP. We're working on products and solutions to be able to generate returns on it. It's at, you know, the majority of our client base holds an allocation to that. It's just not something I personally have an allocation to.